Oh, you think that's funny? I'll tell you what's not going to be funny is when I get out of here and your house is the first place I set on. Nathan, having just looked up for the first time, found himself bewildered by the young volunteer standing before him. In a fit of rage, Nathan yells down the aisle, "Hey, you say one more word to her and you'll be the next thing on fire when I get out of here." Look, Jenna, I'm really sorry. You have to believe me. I was an idiot. And a jerk, Nathan admits. Some might say you were an idiot jerk, Jenna says. An idiot jerk. I never would have thought of that. Hi, today we're doing something definitely different. I wrote a Colleen Hoover parody novel, okay? I'm gonna read it for you today. Now you might be thinking, reading a whole novel? What are we talking about, okay? What I did was I wrote what would be like excerpts from multiple chapters in a full-length novel. So there'll be a section I read to you, and then there will be like a time skip to like what would be later in the book. And then, yeah, that's how this is gonna go, okay? Now, what is a book without a cover? So here, I made a mock-up of what I think the cover of Jailbreak might look like. And let me raise you one more. You know, a front cover is one thing. Here's the back cover, okay? And there's a little blurb here, like books have sometimes. Let me read it for you. Up here at the top, we have a little tagline or whatever, and it's, "What if the only thing breaking is our hearts?" And then this little blurb thing on the back says, "Nathan, a young, rugged, misunderstood 21-year-old man finds himself on a 10-year sentence after being convicted on 6 counts of arson. The memory of flames call to him like a morning songbird. He served 9 years of his sentence and spends his days counting the remaining minutes until he gets out. That is, until she arrived." Jenna, a dashing young 20-year-old woman, is volunteering to help out children in need to get some college credit. However, a mix-up in the paperwork at the volunteering office may just lead her down an unexpected path of romance, crime, and destiny. I am warning you now. I wrote all of this myself, okay? There was no use of AI, okay? We hate AI here, all right? I wrote this all myself. Be prepared to, like, gag. So let's just get right into this, shall we? What I'm gonna do is I'll read every section, and then when a section ends, I'll say time skip before we go to the next one. I also made these little pages so that you can read along with me, if you so choose. We're gonna start right at the very beginning of the book with this one, all right? It's Jenna's first day on the job. Officer Brenda leads Jenna down the cell block she'll be cleaning. It smells of mildew and crime. Officer Brenda takes Jenna to each cell and introduces her to each of the occupants. They are all respectful and grateful to have a new maid around to help keep their cells clean. Jenna and Officer Brenda make their way down the aisle of cells. Officer Brenda then stops to introduce the next prisoner. "This is Nathan. Be careful around him. He's a bit of a hothead," Officer Brenda informs Jenna. "Oh, you think that's funny? I'll tell you what's not going to be funny is when I get out of here and your house is the first place I set on." Nathan, having just looked up for the first time, found himself bewildered by the young volunteer standing before him. Her blonde hair pulled back into a loose ponytail and her emerald green eyes were sure to grab anyone's attention. "It's a pleasure to meet you, Nathan. I'm Jenna. I'm here to get some college credit." Jenna. Jenna. No, I can't do this. Jenna. That name struck Nathan like 1,000 bolts of lightning. He'd mostly forgiven himself for the things he'd done. After all, it's been 9.5 years. Most of the businesses and homes he torched should have recuperated by now. There was no sense in holding on to guilt. But his mind was racing now, and a memory hit him like a fatal car crash. The first building he watched go up in flames was a bookstore. Jenna's bookstore. "You've never owned or operated a bookstore, have you, Jenna?" "Nope, I just go to college." Relief washed over Nathan as he realized he ruined the finances and life of a different Jenna. Lost in his thoughts again, he realized that was the incident that started him down the bad path he'd been on for 15 years. The old Jenna was the cause for his pain, but maybe the new Jenna could relieve it. "Right, well, like I said, this is Nathan, and that one up there is Trevor." Officer Brenda gestures to the top bunk where Trevor resides. Trevor gives a simple nod and says nothing more. "Pleasure to meet both of you," Jenna says with a smile, the energy between her and Nathan undeniable and all-consuming. Time skip. Okay, so now this would be at some random later point in the book. "I can't get too distracted with you here, Nathan. I can't let anything keep me from getting this college credit," Jenna says seriously. "Why does this college credit mean so much to you?" Nathan questions. "I've never told anyone else this before, but there's something special about you, Nathan." When I was a little girl, all I ever dreamed of was being smart enough to get through 4 years worth of college in 1 year with a 4.0 GPA while maintaining a threatening level of popularity to show the girls from high school that I am not an uneducated, friendless loser, Jenna revealed. Wait, you came up with that as a kid? Nathan asks. Yes, Jenna replies. Like an actual kid or a teenager? What age are we talking here? Nathan wonders. I was 4, Jenna enlightens. Okay, wait, let me get this straight. You were 4 years old and planning on being severely bullied when you got to high school, and then you planned on having this insane vindication when you got to college to make up for it? Nathan judges. Of course, Jenna says, not a shred of sarcasm in her voice. Wait, didn't you tell me you're already a junior? Nathan says, confused. What about it? Jenna says, beginning to grow annoyed. Well, you're already in your 3rd year of college, no? Nathan responds. The first 2 years don't count, Jenna explains. Okay, Nathan says, giving up on the conversation. Time skip. In a fit of rage, Nathan yells down the aisle, Hey, you say one more word to her and you'll be the next thing on fire when I get out of here. Ricky looks down the aisle to Nathan's cell, a mix of confusion and disbelief on his face. I'm just asking her for a new pillowcase, you moron, he retorts. Jenna and Ricky look at each other, pity and a twinge of disappointment in their eyes. Both of them sighs. Jenna makes her way 3 cells across and over to Nathan. Would it make you feel better if I got you a new pillowcase too? Jenna asks. Oh my God. The only thing that'll make me feel better is lighting up that idiot's cell because I have no understanding of how to handle my emotions like the grown adult that I am, and I'm simply nothing more than a caricature of a testosterone-filled meathead with a heart of gold and good intentions buried deep down inside. Jenna interrupts Nathan with a vicious makeout session that all the other prisoners within eyesight are unable to look away from. She doesn't care what he's babbling about at the moment. Time skip. This is so ludicrous. Oh, Nathan, I am so disappointed. Oh my God. It seems like you won't even miss this place. No, I can't do this. Oh, Nathan, I am so I can't do this. I seriously can't. One more time. Oh, Nathan, I am so disappointed. It seems like you won't even miss this place. You spend all your time planning this jailbreak, but what if the only thing breaking is our hearts? Jenna says before storming off. She returns shortly after to sweep the aisle. The other prisoners offer looks of sympathy and kind words as tears fall from her emerald green eyes to the floor. This makes the dust stick, making it harder to sweep, making her cry even more. After the longest 45 minutes of her life, Jenna finished sweeping, hung up the broom, and headed home for the night. As the lights dimmed in the cell block and the other prisoners began slowly drifting off to sleep, Ricky couldn't help but feel bad looking at Nathan beaten down, like the ones that put him in the very cell he sits in at the moment. Hey man, you doing okay over there? Ricky asks. What do you think? Nathan snaps back. Hey man, I'm just asking is all, Ricky says defensively. Silence falls between them, but Ricky feels that he shouldn't let this go. Listen, I'm sure she'll be back tomorrow, and if you just apologize, everything will end up all right, Ricky says supportively. Apologize for what? Trying to regain my freedom after ruining several lives? I shouldn't have to apologize for that, Nathan argues. You really are an idiot, huh? Ricky says in disappointment. What'd you just call me? Nathan asks. An idiot. You're an idiot. She doesn't care who you hurt. She doesn't care that you're a criminal. She's upset because you're trying to break out of the very place that she comes to every day just to see you. That's what you need to apologize for trying to break away from her, Ricky enlightens. Place your bets now. on how this excerpt ends. Place them now. They're silent for a moment. Then Nathan speaks up. Wow, man. I hadn't thought about it that way. Thank you. Whatever. Oh my God. Whatever. Just try not to screw it up tomorrow, Ricky replied. Right, I'll do my best. You know, it's funny. Here we're mortal enemies, but outside this place, I feel like we could have been friends, Nathan says with underlying sincerity. Ricky pauses. No way. You're too stupid. Nathan and Ricky laugh for a moment, then stare at each other, their gaze becoming more intense as smiles slowly begin creeping onto their faces. However, the tension and undeniable chemistry dancing through the air was suddenly cut with a knife in the form of another voice. Can you two please shut the up? Everyone is trying to sleep. Just shut the up, an unidentified prisoner shouted. Nathan and Ricky give each other one last look, similar to how you'd look at your best friend when the teacher yells at you to stop talking, then head to bed. Little did they know this would be the last time they ever spoke. But not in a bury your gaze kind of way. They just never spoke to each other again. Ricky is fine. Lesson time, okay? Let's just really quick. Burying your gaze is a trope that is sometimes used in works of fiction where members of the LGBTQIA+ often find themselves being removed from whatever medium they're in, whether it's, a book or a TV show or a movie, just completely out of nowhere. Like they're just written off for no reason, basically, after it's confirmed that they're part of the LGBTQIA+, or they just straight up get killed off. And usually they're only there most of the time for development for the straight characters. So I just wanted to clarify, this is not a full-length novel. If it were a full-length novel, Ricky would still be in it talking to the other characters and having a grand old time in prison. He and Nathan just mutually decided for some reason to never talk again. So just know, Jailbreak does not bury their gaze, okay? Time skip. Oh God. Oh Nathan, I'm so tired of having to be the perfect, smart, sexy, charismatic, joyous, funny girl who's always on her best behavior. Tonight, I want to be bad, Jenna reveals. Jenna reaches down into the pocket of her scandalous maid dress, one that is truly inappropriate for a prison, or any professional setting for that matter, and takes out a key she swiped from the guard's office. Hey, did you swipe that key from the guard's office? Nathan questions, both excited by this shift in Jenna, but also concerned. He knows how much college credit means to her. Without an answer, Jenna lets herself into Nathan's cell. Not too long after, they merge together as one, playing out the most intense, disgusting, and arguably primal scene one could imagine. It seems the pair forgot they were in a prison, with nothing more than a few bars to provide even the smallest morsel of cover. Everyone hears, everyone sees, including Nathan's cellmate Trevor, who had been minding his own business on the bunk above the one occupied by Nathan and Jenna. When the horrific display was over, he begged to be moved to solitary confinement after witnessing the two lovebirds in action as firsthand as could be. Okay, time skip. We've seen tremendous change in your behavior and attitude these past few months, son, so you'll be getting out tomorrow for good behavior. As for you, little missy, your time here is just getting started. Come with me, Officer Brenda explained while placing Jenna's hands behind her back and into cuffs as she gave her the usual speech. My time here is just getting started? What do you mean by that? Jenna asked. Oh, I think you know what I mean, darling, Officer Brenda responded. Then, all at once, it clicked. Jenna hadn't considered that a maximum security prison may be equipped with a plethora of security cameras. Cameras that would have caught her stealing the key to Nathan's cell. It seems that no amount of education can grant common sense. Jenna was taken into custody on 4th-degree felony larceny for stealing from an officer of the law and was to be sentenced for 2 years. As they were about to take her away, all she could do was think of Nathan. Wait, just one moment, please. Nathan, I love you more than my heart can hold. All this time— oh my God, I can't do this. Wait, just one moment, please. Nathan, I love you more than my heart can hold. All this time we've spent talking through the bars of your cell, I'll admit I always wondered what it would be like if I were on the other side. I suppose now we'll find out. If I'm being honest, I find it nothing short of exciting. I may be the thief, but you stole my heart, Jenna revealed. Oh, Jenna, the time we've spent getting to know each other has been the highlight of my life. But you're a criminal, and I can't be with a criminal. People will talk. And besides, I get released tomorrow. I'm gonna be a free man again. Free from jail and free from you. Jenna's lip turned from one of hope to one of horror as Officer Brenda hauled her away to be taken in. Nathan then turned away and returned to his bunk, thinking of nothing but his impending freedom. And then, I have an epilogue here. All right, bud, keep it moving, Officer Roger barked. I'm going. Man, 2 years and this place hasn't changed one bit, Nathan said. I know, nostalgia's a hell of a drug. Just keep it moving, Nathan, Officer Roger replied. Do you not see my legs move? Jenna? For a moment, time froze. Nathan was convicted on 3 more counts of arson. What? Nathan was convicted on 3 more counts of arson and was brought back in after being caught trying to set a 7-Eleven on fire. Nathan? Jenna said in hesitant disbelief. After being convicted on 4th-degree felony larceny and serving her 2 years, she was finally being released. As fate would have it, their paths crossed once again. It really is you! I've missed you more than I can even begin to express. It's felt like my insides were empty. Almost like there's nothing in there, Nathan enlightens. Jenna looks away and says nothing. Oh, you're still mad at me for what I said, aren't you? Look, Jenna, I'm really sorry. You have to believe me. I was an idiot. And a jerk, Nathan admits. Some might say you were an idiot jerk, Jenna says. An idiot jerk. I never would have thought of that. You always were the smart one. Seriously though, Jenna, I'm truly sorry, Nathan says sincerely. Oh, Nathan, I could never stay mad at you. You're still so young, so rugged, so misunderstood, Jenna acknowledges. You always did get me. Oh, so did you ever get that college credit you were after? Nathan asks. Oh no. Turns out getting arrested for larceny can really tank your grades and reputation in school, Jenna admits. Oh man, I'm sorry. I know how much that college credit meant to you, Nathan says sympathetically. All right, kids, that's enough. Let's keep it moving here, Officer Roger interrupts. Wait, I know these two. Just give them a minute, Officer Brenda stated. Officer Roger sighs, then lets out a reluctant, all right. Officer Roger would do anything for Officer Brenda. We can't keep losing each other like this, Nathan, Jenna says solemnly. I don't think we're losing each other, though. I think we're just revolving on opposite ends of a galaxy right now. But someday, the sun will explode, and its gravitational pull will be completely shifted. And when that day comes, when the timing is right, we'll both be back here, together again, Nathan says wisely. Wow, that was really smart. Do you really think so? Jenna asks. Well, unless I wake up one day and don't love the sound of a crackling fire anymore, I'd say it's a pretty safe bet, Nathan says as he gives a wink to Jenna, who laughs in response. So then, I'll be seeing you again soon? Jenna says hopefully. I'd say so. Visiting hours are from 2 to 6 Monday through Thursday, Nathan enlightens. All right then, it's a date, Jenna says confidently. I'm looking forward to it, Nathan says seductively while shooting Jenna a smile. Looking forward to it. Oh, okay, all right. Anyways, the officers take them their respective ways. Nathan finds himself back in the very cell block where it all began. The familiar smells and draft in the air felt like home. He was placed into the cell directly across from his former one, his old roommate Trevor residing there once again. Nathan gave Trevor a look similar to one as to say, sorry about that, man. Still friends? Trevor hesitated at first, but eventually gave back a simple yes in the form of a nod. Nathan stretched out onto his new bunk, arms folded beneath the back of his head, and stared up at the ceiling. All he could think about was getting to see Jenna again. Jenna and fire. And that's Jailbreak, okay? I spent 4 hours writing this, okay? 4 hours of my life I spent writing this, and it's been sitting in my phone for 2 years. I did not do this for a video. Okay, I didn't start this YouTube channel until April of 2025. I wrote this actually in April of 2024. So I just did that because. And I have wanted to do it again, but it's just, I don't want to force it because it's not going to have the same magic if I'm just like trying to do it because I want to again, you know? Thanks for sitting through that with me. Well, you know what? If you enjoyed this video and you want to see any of the other silly whatever things I do on this channel, because I like to switch it up a little bit every week, I upload new videos every single Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I always appreciate it. If you want to see any of the other places I exist, my Instagram and TikTok are both linked down below. Have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life, all of it.